What is up, everyone? It's Andy over here.
And it's TJ.
Yes.
Howdy, howdy.
TJ. And today we are doing some spooky Halloween stuff.
Ooh.
So we're doing a new method of recording. I spoke about this in the last video. You guys will see this video before the other one, so I apologize in advance. I didn't think about that. We're going to be recording live while on Twitch, so if you guys are ever interested in watching us live on Twitch, that is 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time every, what day?
Monday.
Every Monday. So today we're going to be doing some GLC Spook Fest. It is Halloween, so happy Halloween, everybody. And if you are excited for this content, please make sure to like and, of course, subscribe if you're not already. So for everyone today, I'm going to be playing a spooky psychic GLC deck. This GLC deck focuses on the Lost Zone as one of the main mechanics.
That sounds spooky.
Yes, indeed. So the main features of the deck are Sableye. Sableye, of course, putting 12 damage counters if you have 10 or more cards in the Lost Zone.
Yo.
We've got our best boy, Mimikyu. Mimikyu, of course, has the copycat effect. I was actually able to take down TJ in the last tournament with it, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then we got our buddy Bennett, who doesn't see a bunch of play in Standard, but is super good. Thank you for the emotes. Appreciate it. Yep, Spooky TJ. Let's go. So we've got the Bennett looks for a supporter while putting itself into the Lost Zone, which increases your count. We have everybody's least favorite. I think I had multiple people tell me that they hated this card. Trevenant. This Trevenant is an absolute menace. So this Trevenant says that if it's in your active, your opponent can't play any item cards.
Sheesh.
I do intend to play this today, so we're hoping to get that. Of course, everybody's worst enemy, Marshadow. Shuffle, draw 4 for both players. Kind of nuts. We have, of course, Necrozma. Not anything spooky, but, you know, he's Japanese, so that's kind of cool.
I mean, he's a scary looking Pokemon for sure.
Scary.
Like, I mean, and he's the bad guy, right?
That's right. And we have the spookiest of spook, the kind of demon, I guess, of the other world, Giratina. He is from the Distortion world, which is a distorted version of our world. Kind of cool. And we even run Dimension Valley, which is his home, in this deck. So really spooky deck. And of course, we've got a couple others. We've got the Wobbuffet, the Comfey. Not very scary, either of them.
Oh god, Comfey.
We've got the Gallade, which isn't very spooky. We've got the Cresselia, which is kind of cool. It's going to be rivaling, I assume, TJ's, spoiler alert, Darkrai.
Ooh.
And then we've got our last guy, Malamar, which is actually pretty spooky. So that's all of our Pokemon in the deck. This is a Psychic GLC deck, but it is kind of a Lost Zone GLC deck, if I was to say so. But it's very spooky. So that is going to be going off to see who is more spooky against...
Alright, I got the Dark-type Pokemon, and you can't have spooky Dark-type Pokemon without Zoroark and Guzzlord, right?
Oh, yeah.
Zoroark, quite mischievous, and Guzzlord, literally the World Eater. We got Darkrai. It's about as scary as it gets, causing bad dreams. Galarian Moltres does 1,000,000 damage, which is quite scary. Does on the last prize of the game 270, so that's scary.
Yeah.
Hydreigon, a 3-headed dragon of darkness, beautiful, quite scary. What else?
Got a bunch of scary stuff.
Oh yeah,
the
Spiritomb. Yeah, the Spiritomb. Quite scary.
That if you go outside on Halloween, you'll actually see a live Spiritomb.
I wish. Could you imagine?
You have to collect all 151 Will-O-Wisps, though.
I thought in the Diamond and Pearl games, you just had to talk to a certain amount of people. Yeah.
But now in Legends Arceus, you have to go find them, so it's kind of cool.
That's neat.
And then we got Hoopa, of course.
Hoopa's pretty scary, and now Galarian Weezing and Liepard aren't necessarily scary, but locking someone out of their abilities while using your own ability to draw cards is quite scary when you think about it. That's about all the... I think there's a Crobat in here. Crobat is also kind of an intimidating and scary Pokemon. If you imagine having a Crobat fly down on you in a cave, what would you do? Scream like a girl, perhaps? I think so. I know I would.
Yeah. We're going to get into it without further ado. So let's see who's more spooky. TJ, are you going to choose heads or tails?
Tails. Oh, it's
Tails
tails.
it is.
Alrighty. I will go first.
Sounds good. And this deck can kind of operate going second too. The turn 1 Trevenant is a lot easier. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alrighty here. We are going to start with this guy. The spookiest of spooky.
I've got kind of a scary guy. I'm ready for this.
Alrighty. Good luck,
Alright,
TJ. This is going to be
good luck.
untimed. It's going to be a best of 3, and I am starting with Mimikyu.
Oh boy, I'm going to draw for turn. Okay, I got like the one Pokemon that's probably the most ideal to get down on turn 1 for this deck, and that's Dino. Hydreigon's got the Dark Squall ability that just lets me throw a bunch of energy into play as fast as I can to any of my Pokemon, which is nice.
Heck yeah.
I have the energy for Hoopa, which is cool that it's the Hiding Dark. It's going to allow me to pivot Hoopa out and use cards like Guzma to slam it back in or Scoop Up Net.
Yep.
And I will pass to you.
Alrighty. I'm going to draw for my turn. I am going to go ahead and look through my deck with a Fog Crystal. See what we have prized, what we don't have prized. See if it's okay to bench some things and not other things. Okay. So it looks like our buddy Phantump is prized, which is good for you.
Yeah, I'm like, oh man. My heart was just, please say Phantom. Please say Phantom.
We're going to go ahead and actually grab a Cresselia. I think this is a good, solid turn to get the Crescent Glow off. Make it pretty easy for us to get everything going. Now, I do have a bunch of recovery options in this deck because it does focus around the Lost Zone. I need to be able to get back things that I don't have. So we're going to go back in with a Mysterious Treasure, discarding a Malamar.
Seems good.
And
You're going to get a whole bunch of energy into play, so...
Right. This is going to grab us.
Probably Necrozma seems alright.
Necrozma, or even I might go for Inkay just to get back. If I get a Rescue Stretcher, I can just put it back.
Because Crescent Glow does energy to one of your Pokemon, right? Or is it your Pokemon in any way you like?
It is. Oh, you are right. So this might actually change my decision, and I think you are correct. Necrozma is the play because it is only one of your Pokemon.
I got you, buddy. I got you.
Yep. So we're looking to grab some energy, put them on Necrozma, and start swinging. Necrozma is weak to Psychic, which is awesome because it is not going to be affected by the weakness of Dark.
Oh yeah.
New Psychic Pokemon, weak to Dark, but older Psychic Pokemon are weak to itself, which is really strange. But the way that it's supposed to work is Poison is weak to Psychic, so it makes sense.
And there are some new Psychic Pokemon that are technically Fairy by typing, so they have a Steel weakness, which is interesting.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Did we get a switch out? We did not yet. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and Quick Ball. That's going to discard our Giratina, which is actually going to be super great. Now, this is where we go either into Marshadow or we go for the Inkay. And I think it's probably better to grab the Marshadow and eventually do the Let Loose. We are going to go ahead and Lost Blender first. See if we can draw a switch card. Escape Rope would probably be the worst switch card to find. Floatstone, Switch, and I guess that's it. It's Floatstone, nope, Scoop Up Net as well. So there's Scoop Up Net, Floatstone, Switch. That Psychic GLC deck is awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yep, the Marshadow is going to get let loose.
Oh no!
In a second, we're going to go Lost Blender, and we're going to get rid of a Evo Soda and a Titan Liza.
What kind of turn one are you having over there? You have like 10 cards in the Lost Zone?
I know.
In the discard pile, 2 cards in the Lost Zone?
We're going to go Old Cemetery, and we'll use Marshadow's Let Loose to go draw us 4 cards each. Thank you. We don't need those in this format.
Not yet, at least, right?
No, they can't be used on the new ones. It's only V Pokemon.
Well, I know, but I mean, one just hasn't been printed yet. And
That's true.
We still have a lot of time left with Pokemon V and V-Star, so...
That is true. But...
Be interesting, for sure.
They're going to start printing EXs again, which is going to be kind of cool, because EXs evolve from regular Pokemon, so we're going to get some really good regular Pokemon.
Which is nice.
And I mean very good. Like, we just saw that they're going to print a Kirlia with Trade, which is really dope.
Oh yeah, that's great for this deck.
Yep.
Because you play the Gallade line, right?
I do, yep. I had to discard it early. The Gallade, at least. We'll draw 4 here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We did get the Inkay. We did not get a switch out, unfortunately. And we were just going to go ahead and pass the turn over to you.
All right. I'm going to draw. Pretty good top deck. Trekking Shoes. I don't quite need this card right now, so I'm going to discard it and draw 1.
Yep.
All right. I was hoping to get a Dark Energy. That kind of would have been nice. Having that in the discard pile now would be good.
Right.
I'm just going to rip the Cynthia.
Very nice. And as I keep telling Keegan, I messed myself up with this Let Loose. He does the same thing sometimes. He'll let loose and then be like, oh, well, that's not good.
Yeah, at the end of the day, 4 cards is only 4 cards, even if it's like the last 4 of your turn. If you're shuffling your whole hand into your deck...
It's not great.
Yeah, you better have some gas left.
That's right. And with all the cards left in the deck, there's gas, but there's also not gas, so...
I'm going to put down Zorua, put down Coughing...
Saltgate's actually doing 0, which is kind of nice right now.
I'm just going to retreat at the cost of my free retreat energy. I'm going to promote Zorua.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and pass there.
Alrighty.
I did not get the energy, unfortunately, but I'm just happy that I had something to play out of that Let Loose, for sure.
We're going to go Mallow. Mallow searches... This is not a common card, I will tell people that.
Yeah, that's not a staple in anyone's GLC decks, for sure. This is the first list I've seen. Like, Andy played Mallow, I had to pick it up. I was like, huh?
Yeah, and it's a very nice card, but in this scenario, it's not the best. I'm having to use it and then pass the turn.
Because you're going to probably filch into those cards, right?
No, I have 0 energy in my hand.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Well, this wasn't the worst move on my end, then. Trying to, get myself somewhere. All right.
Yep.
Top deck Scoop Up Net would be busted. No.
Well, I could put it as my, cutter tap.
Tap.
Oh, you mean for yourself? Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good. And we're gonna go ahead and just pass the turn.
All right, I will draw for the turn. Pretty uneventful. I'm just going to pass there.
Alrighty. That's
stuck.
great for me.
Ruh-roh, yeah. And he's gonna have access to those cards. He just mallowed to the top.
I will replace the stadium with Dimension Valley, and I drew myself a Cold Rest. So
that seems really good.
Yep. Grabbing 9 cards. But the main reason Mallow is in here, for those of you wondering, is you have access to things like Lost Blender, which can draw you a card. And you have Comfey, which can Lost Zone you a card and get the other one back into your hand. You also have a couple other ways of getting it with Trainer's Mail, for instance, or Acrobike, or Trekking Shoes. So you can choose what you want and what you don't want. And one of my favorites is putting a good thing on top and another good thing below it. So you draw into the one good thing, like a research, and then you use the research to get the other good thing. So in that case, I only was using Mallow for 1 card, really, because I needed the Colress. But I think it's fine. Cutter tap for you. And we're going to draw 9 cards, because you have 4 basic Pokemon on the bench, or 4 just Pokemon on the bench, and I have 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Alrighty.
His hand's probably dead, right?
And we're going to use the Hisuian Heavy Ball to grab that. Honestly, I think we grab the Ralts. Ralts seems better than Phantump at this point. Phantump seems like a lost cause. I do know that Assault Gate doesn't hit for weakness, which is kind of nice. Because I can put something in the active. I did not put the Heavy Ball back. I was wondering.
I was like,
Yeah, Heavy Ball's secret text says if your opponent's not looking, you can take a prize card, right? I'm kidding.
This message is sponsored by Andy Fish. Let's go.
Yep. Okay, so this is in my hand now. This is on my bench.
Filch to a 13 card hand or a 12 card hand.
We're going to do Trekking Shoes to actually discard that and draw the next card. I did not draw the card I was looking for, so we are just going to go ahead and switch into the Mimikyu, or the Mimikyu into the Cresselia. We will attach a Horror Psychic Energy to the Necrozma, and I will use Crescent Glow, which is going to search for 1 energy and attach it to one of my Pokemon.
Seems good. I'm going to draw for the turn.
How busted would Crescent Glow be is if it said, if you go second, you get to search for 3. Like it just, if you go second, you can just search for 3 whenever.
My hand is just kind of clogged up with stuff I don't want to play. This is a little unfortunate. I got Clara in my hand, 2 tools. This is rough. I will just tap and I think I'm also going to Field Blower away the Dimension Valley now.
Okay, yep.
And I don't have an energy for the Ascension, which would be really sweet. I'll just pass there.
Alrighty, I will draw for turn. I'm actually going to go ahead and attach to the Necrozma, and I'll use Escape Rope.
My deck's looking scary bad right now.
Alrighty, and we will promote the Necrozma off of our Escape Rope, and I will use Palpad to put back the Colress and the Mallow. I think those are the best 2 options for this scenario. The research, not really the best. And we'll use Special Laser. It says if you have a special energy attached, it does 160. And I will draw my first prize card.
Normally, you always want to promote your free retreat Pokemon here, and right now that's Hoopa, but I actually want to get Hoopa in the active to end my turn. I'm thinking I still probably promote Zorua here and draw.
So Let Loose ruined us both.
Yeah, big time, big time. I'm going to... I still don't have a decent supporter to play. I'm just going to Clara Dino back into my hand.
Oh, wow.
And put it down. I will tap, and I'm also going to evolve into Weezing.
Alrighty.
And I will pass there.
Okay, I'm going to draw for my turn. I'll go ahead and use Scoop Up Net to pick up the Marshadow.
Oh, are you going to give me a hand?
No, definitely not. I'm going to just bench the Comfey.
That seems responsible.
I will attach a Psychic Energy to Cresselia, and I'll use Special Laser for 160 in the knockout. Going down to 4 prizes.
I'm just going to go ahead and promote Weezing and draw for turn. I did get an energy here, which is sweet.
Very nice.
And I am going to, now that you have no abilities, I'm just going to hit you with the Severe Poison. So you're now poisoned, and at Pokemon Checkup, you will take 4 damage counters from poison instead of 1.
Getting spooky in here, that's right.
Poison.
Alrighty, I will draw for turn. I am going to, let's see, 160 is going to take a knockout. We're going to use Colress. Colress says, look at the top 5. Lost Zone, which is nuts. There's no way to get them back. Lost Zone 2 of my one-ofs, and put 3 of them into my hand. So
the weird thing about GLC, though, is as you progress through the game, your lines of play start to become more narrow and specific to what you have left. So, in theory, lost zoning certain cards, like out of 5, right? Usually you have, yeah, exactly. You have enough choices to be like, okay, well, I can still play the game in a very, like, non-limited way if these 2 cards are my choice, you know?
Right. I will go ahead and attach a Psychic Energy to Mimikyu. And I will use Special Laser for the knockout. It's doing 160, and I will take more poison damage.
This is rough for me.
We finally got that Phantom. Not able to use it, though. Oh, thank you for the new follow. I just realized that. Ern Flurberger. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the follow.
Thanks, Ern.
Well, our notification thing didn't come up, so we must have had it on mute. Use code SCREAMLABS for a Halloween discount. That's kind of funny. SCREAMLabs.
I don't even know what the correct thing to grab here is. I'm thinking it might be Zubat.
Alrighty.
I'm already so behind in this game, it might just be worth it to go to the next one.
Yeah. In a best of 3, it is kind of nice that you have the option to just go on to the next one sometimes.
I have these awesome ways to modify my damage. I have 3 damage modifiers in my hand. Like I'm one card away from being like, if I had top decked like a Colress, be like, yeah, Colress.
Yep.
But yeah, at this point, I just don't really see me being able to do anything. So let's go to the next one.
Sounds good. So that is a swift victory for the Psychic deck using that Necrozma.
Alright, I got Darkrai.
Good
Spooky.
luck, man.
Draw for turn. This seems good. I'm going to use Trekking Shoes. I will keep it. I will Quick Ball. I'm thinking...
If only you had a Marshadow to reset my hand to 4 cards, because I have 9 cards in my hand.
Oh, yeah, it would be nice if I had a Marshadow.
A nice Trainer Gallery Pierce.
Beautiful.
Actually looks very nice. Hopefully you guys are having a happy Halloween that is as spooky and spooktacular as TJ's Darkrai.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have the spooky one, though. You gotta have the pumpkin one, you know what I mean?
I know, I saw a couple kids. So this Saturday at your Toy Link, Jess and I were handing out the Halloween booster bundle packs to the kids that were at the Battle Academy. And I saw a couple of kids rip that Darkrai, and I was like, ooh, that's a good looking card you got there, son. Yeah. I will go ahead and pass it off to you. No energy, unfortunately.
Draw for turn. We're gonna go Necrozma.
Oh.
We'll go in with a Nest Ball. Let's see here. And I think we do have it. It's going to be a little bit... No, actually we don't. Because that's right. We prized it. Again! No Phantom.
Whew.
Phantom is evading us. That's okay. Sam Life, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. We are playing some GLC right now. We got spooky GLC decks. I'm going to grab the Cresselia.
Seems good.
I'm going to go back in with a Fog Crystal. And this time we're actually going to set up the... Where are you at? The Comfey. You're kind of stuck in the active with the Darkrai, and putting you to 4 cards, I don't think it's going to be any easier for you. So we're going to go with a different approach this game of go into the Comfey, then Marshadow. That way I'm not as screwed over. Cutter tap for you. We'll go ahead and attach return. And we will let loose. We're both going to shuffle and draw 4 cards.
So when you said get into the Comfey, you mean get it in play and then Marshadow?
Yes.
Okay, not use...
Because I'm just going to retreat.
Okay, for a second I was like, you want to use Comfey then Marshadow? Is that what you mean?
No.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Love the setup. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. We're working on getting some even more awesome stuff like lighting and stuff to make it even better.
I'm just a big oaf, so I hit the camera stand sometimes, so we're still figuring it out.
Yep. Try and get a way to not make it move at all, but that's difficult because I'd have to rail it onto the ceiling, but you know, that's okay.
That would make your upstairs neighbors pretty happy.
Oh yeah. You know, into the wall. I will cut there. You'll cut. We're going to grab 4
All
cards.
right.
1, 2, 3, and 4. That's a pretty good combination. We're going to go Old Cemetery. A Retreat for a turn. Into the Comfey. We'll actually just pre-attach the Float Stone. And we're going to use Flower Selecting. This is a Japanese Comfey. I'll tell you guys what it does. It looks at the top 2 cards. It lost zones one of them and puts the other one into your hand.
Oh, so you are absolutely flower picking. You are not flower selecting there, right?
Actually, yep. I will lost in the Trevenant. We know that the other guy is gone, so that sucks. We're going to go Mysterious Treasure to discard a Psychic Energy, and that is going to grab us the Ralts, because all of our pieces are in the deck.
And that seems like a pretty good thing to do right here, considering you're just a piece away from having the Malamar in play. So going down the Psychic Energy is just kind of like, cool, now I get an extra energy in play the turn that I evolve into Malamar.
Exactly.
Here, I'll slide this way so you can...
Also, TJ doesn't know this. Bam!
Whoa!
Discard, draw 7. I have not supported yet.
Yeah, oh, I knew that. I was like,
Yep.
I was just hoping that off that 4 you had
5, 6,
not
7.
that.
Yep. I was fortunate enough to get a pretty good hand off of that. And that is going to lead to the end of my turn. So I will pass the turn over to you.
I will draw for the turn. This is a little bit interesting. I'm
Welcome,
going
welcome
to
everybody.
Put this down. A Zubat. I'm going to attach for turn.
Oh my gosh, we got a bunch of emotes in the chat.
And I'm going to bridge it.
Ooh, boy, Bridget for 2.
Yeah.
This will take 2 damage counters because of the Old Cemetery in play.
Thank you.
Yep. We have a pretty busted hand, not gonna lie. So if TJ can get rid of it, that would be very good for him. Although it might be kind of difficult. Yep, Dino there. And now that we have the whole board to us because of our new setup, it's just so nice. You have all the way to the edge of the playmat.
Yeah, I'm used to having to play all the way up close.
Yeah, I know. We used to have to make everything like right here just so you could see it. Now we can just space out all we want. It looks so awesome. Absolutely love this new layout.
Go ahead and use Building Spite, which is Spiritomb's ability. Ooh, Building Spite.
And what does that do?
It puts 1 damage counter on Spiritomb. It just plays into its attack, which does 30 more for each damage counter on it. Pretty uneventful.
Is that every turn it does that?
Yeah. Once per my turn. So,
wow.
Provided I still feed you decent attackers, Spiritomb can sit there and kind of build itself up as like a, uh-oh, I don't have an attacker turn for attack, you know?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to have to pass there.
Okay.
Back to having this Clara in my hand.
We're going to go flower selecting.
Amazing card, just not right now.
We're actually going to go ahead and get rid of the Rescue Stretcher. The other card in my hand was too good to not keep. We're going to go with a Malamar. We have not used our Scoop Up Net yet. I will go ahead and attach the Mystery Energy to Necrozma for the turn. I will use an Evolution Incense to go grab myself the Curlia.
And pretty soon that'll be a new Silver Tempest Curlia.
That's right, which would be really busted right now because I am going to actually go back into the deck with... oh, am I? No, I'm not going to go back into the deck. Yeah, it would have just been really busted because then I would have been able to like guarantee a good Sableye draw here. Like get more cards in the Lost Zone, you know, get the Sableye kind of up and going.
Absolutely.
A little bit faster. Because what I don't want to have happen is me get into Sableye and something I absolutely need. So we're going to go Colress as experiment. Look at the top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be a Titan Liza and Special Charge discard. Or Lost Zone, rather.
Oh.
Yep. So, kind of rough, but the other cards are just too good to get rid of. You're not really doing much. We are going to go ahead and pass the turn over to you there.
All right, I will Draw for the
after I
turn.
psychic recharge because I'm a good player.
I'll just use Spiritomb's ability building spite. I'm back to having a dead hand. This is beautiful.
Oh.
Pass. Marshadow.
Draw.
Putting me to nothing.
Okay. We are going to go ahead and via secret for Colress's experiment. Whoa, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Really appreciate it. I will Colress's experiment. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Keep this card, and this card. We're going to get rid of the Bonnet and the Quick Ball. That's going to put us to 6 cards in the Lost Zone. And I will keep these 3. Okay, we're close. We're close indeed. We're going to go flower selecting here. And we will Lost Zone the Bridget. That one's pretty easy. I don't need Bridget anymore.
Yep.
Or were you the one that got gifted it?
No.
Oh, cool. Gifted a... Yeah, you did get gifted. That's cool. Alrighty. Let's see. We're going to go Lost Sweeper to Lost Zone a... Let's see, what are we going to Lost Zone? Let's Lost Zone a Colress. Don't really need that. I have a billion cards in my hand.
Yep.
And the Old Cemetery. So it's going to get rid of 2 cards right there. And then we were just 1 card away from the Lost Zone being full. We're going to evolve into Gallade. We are going to attach a Horror Psychic Energy and use Psychic Recharge to attach to Cresselia. And we will retreat into our Necrozma and use Special Laser for 160 and the knockout.
Beautiful.
Going down 1 prize card.
Alright, I have no idea what I honestly want to do here.
And there's the Shuppet.
I might just promote Dino. There's not much going on in my hand. I will draw. So we're going to do this again. I'm going to use Clara,
Oh,
put
lovely.
Darkrai and this energy in my hand. I guess the smart thing would have been to, I could have Ascensioned this turn, but
You want to do that instead?
yeah, that's probably
Okay,
the
so
smart thing, so.
that's your active, and then the whole play works again.
Clara
Yep.
for this and this, put this down, attach,
Okay.
and then Ascension.
Alrighty. I will draw for turn. I am going to...
Oh, no, prize squeezing.
Oh, rip. Alright, I'll attach a double colorless energy to the Gallade. And I'm going to play N.
Word.
I want to get to that other card in the Lost Zone and try and find a scoop up net, so we need to get there and get that done.
Sounds about right.
Alrighty. No wheezing, man. That sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, it was going to get knocked out anyways.
I thought I saw it
so.
there, to be fair. I thought
But
I saw it, but maybe I saw this twice in my initial search.
Right.
Bad thing about playing the dang shinies, you know.
I know.
A little bit less motivated to actually like pay attention in my search and just see the shiny stuff and be like, oh.
Yep.
3, 4.
We will go ahead and
5,
use an
6.
Ultra Ball, discarding a Wobbuffet and a Psychic Energy.
Seems good.
And that is going to grab us the... Let's grab Giratina.
Okay.
And then we are going to Psychic Recharge onto the Gallade. So Cutter Tap,
Tap.
Psychic Recharge onto the Gallade. And we will Special Laser for the knockout.
Sweet.
Taking 1 more prize. And there's the Phantom.
Alrighty.
He eludes us
I
again.
think I'm going Spiritomb here.
Alrighty.
I'm going to draw. I'm going to use Building Spite, so this will put me to 100 damage.
Excellent.
I'm going to
I'm surprised you didn't use it last turn, but I know why you didn't use it last turn, because you didn't want to get, you know, like pinged or something probably.
Golbat for 2. I'll go ahead and use Timer Ball.
And this is
2 heads.
itchy nuts. Yeah, you're going to get a bunch of stuff going here. So maybe that N wasn't the play.
No way.
This is going to be a game here. Oh,
Concealing cards? No,
indeed,
no.
indeed. With my Greninja. Thanks everybody again for tuning in. I really appreciate it.
I'm going to go back in.
And
with
thank you for our
a
new
level
subscribers
ball.
and new followers. We do this every single Monday from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. So if you guys are interested, we're going to be doing Silver Tempest next Monday. That'll be pretty awesome. And then pretty soon here, we're thinking about doing a 24-hour stream for the release of Silver Tempest. So if you guys are excited for that, please make sure to follow or subscribe. Totally up to you. Following is free. Subscribing, of course, costs money. So only do that if you are financially able.
Andy probably wasn't necessarily expecting this.
Oh,
I do actually do a perfect toasty 130 with Dark Claw, Devoured Field, which is
Wow.
nice. I'm like, oh wow, I can actually sneak out this 130 right here if I can see enough cards. I'm also going to trade here. I'm going to use the trade ability once I'm thinned.
markers over there.
Thank you.
Yep.
So I have traded. I drastic drew already.
Imagine lost owning cards in this economy. Must be nice.
Seriously.
Yep.
All right. Cool beans. I am going to now Anguish Cry for 130. I'm taking a prize. Let's go.
That's pretty nuts. You're going to take 2 damage counters too.
Yep.
Which is going to buff your damage even more. But we're hoping to get our dude this turn. We're going to promote the Comfey. We're going to draw for turn.
Yeah, being able to do like 1 here, 10 here. And
Yep. We're going to go ahead and Dimension Valley.
Okay.
And we're going to use Flower Selecting. 1, 2. To Lost Zone. Let me make sure that's a decent play. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to Lost Zone a Psychic Energy. And that's going to put us to 10 cards in the Lost Zone, I believe. 10. Yep. So now we're just searching for a Sableye, which is in here. So we're actually going to go ahead and Buddy Catch.
For Gladion or Peonia, what's your flavor?
I actually don't run either.
Oh no.
Yep. Trying to see what we can do to get this going. I think grabbing this feels okay.
Because attacking with Gallade here seems potentially hazardous to you, you know?
Yeah, it's not great, I'll admit. Okay. We are going to grab the Hex Maniac, just in case I can't get there. Or for next turn. Either one. Worst case scenario, I attack with Cresselia, right? Which does 30 damage. That's enough to get a KO.
Yep.
I could even Shadow Punch, which does enough to get a KO.
Nuts.
Ideally, though, Sableye taking 3 knockouts? No, just 2 knockouts. 1 damage counter, 5 damage counters, 7 damage counters.
So how do you find it? Like a Hisuian Heavy Ball is what you're
Yes,
looking for?
I have a Hisuian Heavy Ball, yeah. And that's why I don't play the...
So you could versus
Traditional.
Seeker right here if you find it with Comfey. Oh.
I already used Comfey's ability. We're
see.
actually going to go Cynthia and
Oh, that's
Caitlyn.
right.
Bad
Markers
supporter. Bad supporter is going to grab me.
Dude, good
and
supporter. You're putting Giratina in the discard pile?
1,
That's so
2,
good.
and 3. Holy
And
cow,
you got
folks.
it, right?
You got it.
Good supporter.
Good supporter indeed. It's good when it works, right? Okay, so that is going to get me the Sableye. It's actually just sauce in there. It's like literally just sauce.
Dang.
Arby's Meat Mountain.
That's right. We gotta be careful.
We got him.
We got him.
Boys, we got him. Okay, we're going to go Sableye. We are going to attach return, and we're going to use our ability Psychic Recharge to put a Psychic Energy on the Cresselia. And then we will retreat into Sableye. And we're going to put 12 damage counters, so I'm actually going to put 1 here. 9 there. And 2 of them on the Liepard. So we'll take 2 knockouts there. That's going down to 2 prizes. And you went down 1 prize, so you're at 5, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Go ahead and promote Golbat.
Yep.
I'll draw for turn.
And the reason I put them, for those at home, the reason I put them here instead of here is I don't know what Zoroark he runs, so if he runs the one that switches with something, it actually loses the damage counters. That's why. I have 10 cards in the last one. Yep.
I'm also going to use trade because you were nice enough to leave Liepard there so I could dig a little bit farther.
Yep.
I didn't get exactly what I wanted to find.
Crobat has a really big attack for just being a Crobat.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the whole world. I'm going to go ahead and go put Guzzlord on the bench.
Yep, and you did miss the B-string turns, unfortunately.
Yep. And I have no Hydreigon now, so it's like, sheesh.
Yep. I was considering knocking out the Zorua, but Hydreigon is so good, so I needed to get rid of that before it became a problem. He's a big bat, a chunky boy. Indeed, indeed.
I think I'm going to use the Rescue Stretcher, and I'm going to put back Spiritomb, Dino, and Zweilous.
Yeah. Makes sense. Alrighty. I'll cut there.
This is kind of unfortunate. I'm just going to have to use Cynthia here. And what I'm actually hoping for is... I should have just gotten the Hoopa off of the Nest Ball. But I was like, oh, actually, Hoopa does take a knockout. I was like, it doesn't hit for weakness, but then I remembered Sableye only has 80 HP.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of HP. He's kind of squishy. Is Mewtwo still the best Pokemon? Back in my day, Mewtwo was overpowered. I don't know. Arceus is a god, so... Yeah, that's a good point. Arceus is pretty broken. He's definitely the best one in standard format as far as most people are concerned. And he's pretty dang good in any format that he's in.
So I didn't get it.
Did you know there was an Arceus card back in the day that said you may play as many Arceus in your deck as you want? So you could actually have 20 Arceus in your deck if you wanted to. He was the only Pokemon that ever had the exception of how many Pokemon you can run in a deck.
That's pretty sick.
It said you can have more than 4 of them in a deck.
This is
practically MetaZoo.
Well, at this point, I probably just lose the game because I whiffed the Hoopa there.
Oh.
Taking Guzzlord was really dumb. I at least could have knocked out Sableye, but you would have just knocked it out with Cresselia or Gallade, and you're very set up to go through the rest of this game, where
Right.
I'm not. So I think I just scoop this game up, and Andy wins the set. Absolutely.
Woo!
I think he just...
And even if you took a knockout, I did have the Super Rod, and then I draw for turn. I had the ability to go, let's see, 1, 2, could have used Switch for Comfey, could have went Buddy Catch for a Mallow to guarantee it. So it would have been guaranteed either way.
Oh, yeah.
But, yep, a swift 2-0 victory for a swift, I guess it was 45 minutes. But thank you guys all for watching the Spookiest Spookfest, where GLC Psychic was able to take down GLC Dark despite having weakness and being a little less scary.
Right?
Thank you all for watching very much.
Giveaway
Oh,
announcement,
yep,
right?
yep. This is the video, though. Thank you all so much for watching on YouTube. Really appreciate it. This has been Andy.
And TJ.
And this is Controlled Chaos Gaming. Thank you for watching.